everyone. My name is Martina. I'm a musician. I play the accordion and also the ukulele. And I also tell stories. And today you will hear the story of the Queen Bee. It's a story by the Brothers Grimm from Germany. But before we start, let's make sure we're sitting comfortably. Yay! Oh! Are you all sitting comfortably? I've got my chicken here. Hello. Hello. Are you ready to listen to my story? Yes. Great. Okay, chicken, sit down, be comfortable. Okay, all right, that's good. And here we go. 2 kings' sons once went out into the world to have some adventures, but they soon fell into a wasteful, foolish way of living, and they never returned home again. Their youngest brother, Simpleton, he's here, went to find them, and he found them. But the 2 older brothers only laughed at him and said, "Who do you think you are? You are so young and so simple. You think you can travel the world?" However, all 3 of them set out on their journey, and they came to an ant's hill. Can you see the hill of ants, full of little ants crawling about? You can have some ants crawling on your arms, maybe? Yeah? It's a bit ticklish. But the 2 older brothers, they wanted to destroy the hill to see how the poor ants would run around in their panic. But Simpleton said, "Leave the creatures in peace. I will not allow you to disturb them. Leave the ants alone." So they went on. They went on to a lake where many ducks were swimming about. And you can hear them quack, 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 quack. Can you join in quacking? Quack, quack, quack. Maybe quack high. Quack, 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 quack. Quack low. Quack, 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 quack. The 2 brothers wanted to catch a couple of ducks and roast them. But Simpleton said, "Leave the creatures in peace. I will not allow you to kill them. Leave the ducks alone." Next, they came to a bee's nest in a hollow tree. There was so much honey that it ran down the trunk, and the 2 brothers wanted to light a fire under the tree to suffocate the bees and then get their honey. But Simpleton said, what did he say? "Leave the creatures in peace. I will not allow you to burn them. Leave the bees alone." Finally, the 3 brothers came to a castle. Here we go. There's the castle here, where stone horses were standing in the stable and no human being was to be seen. They went through all the rooms till they came to a door with 3 locks. But in the middle of the door was a glass pane. They could look through it into another room, and what did they see? A little man sitting at a table. They knocked on the door. Knock, knock, knock. Can you help me knocking, please? Here we go. And knock, 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 knock. And again. One more time. But no one came to open the door. So they decided to call. They called once. "Hello?" Nothing. They called again. "Do you want to help?" "Hello?" No response again. And they called a third time. Can you help? Let's do it a bit louder. And Chicken, you call as well. 1, 2, 3. Hello! The little man got up. He went to the door and opened the door with a creaky noise. He invited the 3 young men in to sit at this beautifully laid table full of food and drink. So they eat and they drink until they get tired, and then they are shown into a bedroom each and they go to sleep. The next morning, the little man comes to the oldest brother and explains that he has to do 3 things, 3 tasks, and if he does them properly, correctly, then the castle will be freed from disenchantment. So here is the first task. In the wood, underneath the moss, lie thousands of pearls. If you pick them up one by one, find them all, you are okay. If by sunset only one of the pearls is missing, he who was looking for them will be turned into stone. So the oldest brother sets out, looks for the pearls everywhere, but by the evening he has only found 100, not 1,000 pearls. So it became true what the old man had said, and he turned into stone. The next day the second brother goes out to find the pearls. Again, he can only find 200, not enough, so he too turns into stone. At last it's Simpleton's turn, and he sets out to find the pearls. He looks in the moss, but it's so hard to find the pearls, and the job is so tiring. So he sits upon a stone and cries quite a bit until he sees the king of the ants, remember the ants, approaching. Simpleton had saved the ant's life, so here comes the king of ants and says, "Don't cry, Simpleton. I'm here to help you. Don't worry." And he sings a little song. Don't cry, Simpleton. I'm here to help you. Don't cry, Simpleton. Don't worry, don't worry. And the king of the ants was followed by 5,000 ants all crawling about, and they all joined in singing, and if you want to, you could also join in. Don't cry, Simpleton, we're here to help you. Don't cry, Simpleton, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. So the ants find all 1,000 of pearls, and the next task is to fetch the key out of the lake, the key which belonged to the princess's bedroom. So Simpleton comes to the lake and he sees the 2 ducks swimming about, and he hears them quacking and chanting, quack, 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 quack. Can you join in quacking again? Quack, 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 quack. And they're quacking in quite a nasal voice. They're singing, Don't cry, simpleton. We're here to help you. Don't fear, simpleton. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Quack, 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 quack. So there were all the ducks, and one of them dived down to the bottom of the lake and came out with the key. Hurrah! Now the third task was the hardest. It was the one where Simpleton had to choose out the youngest and the dearest of the king's 3 daughters. Now they were all beautiful and looked exactly alike. The oldest one had eaten a bit of sugar before she went to bed. The second one had taken some syrup, and the youngest one had eaten a spoonful of honey. So Simpleton started thinking, but before he could even think too hard how to perform this task, he saw the queen of bees arriving, humming beautifully. Can you hum along? And singing. No fear, simpleton, we're here to help you. No fear, simpleton, don't worry, don't worry. So, and the queen bee tasted the lips of all 3 sisters, but at last she sat upon the lips of the one who had eaten the honey. And so Simpleton recognized the right princess, and the spell of the castle was broken. All who had turned to stone woke up and took their natural forms and were very much alive. Simpleton married the youngest and sweetest of the princesses. He became king after the father's death. And the 2 brothers, do you think they deserved to marry anyone? Well, they did after all. They married the other 2 sisters. And so they had a big, lovely party in the castle, and outside of the castle there were dances and music, and they all had a great time singing and clapping along. So maybe you can clap along to the music. Here we go. There was a lot of dancing going on, and people were tired at the end. And Simpleton and the sweet princess lived happily ever after, and he tenderly called her Honey. That's the end of the story, and I hope you enjoyed this tale. So, and maybe you would like to listen again to the songs of the ants and the song of the ducks, and maybe the song of the bees, and sing along, hum along, and quack along. Okay. Lovely to see you all. I wish you all the best and see you soon again. Bye.